Hi guys, Justin Lake here with my parental apathy case study proposed resolution. What do I know after reading the case study? I know that the school has a poor relationship with the parents and the community. The title of the case study was Parental Apathy. But I think the principal now has become apathetic to the situation, making it worse. I also know that the principal used to care, but apparently it didn't work out, and he's now reluctant to reach out again and try to make things better with the communication with the community and the parents. And I know that with the help of myself, the assistant principal, or the one in the case study, we were able to get a meeting with parents who wanted to be involved, and only 8 showed up. What do I need to know? How did this disconnect happen? Is it the fault of the school? Is it the fault of the community? Or is it a combination of both, not being willing to reach out to each other and collaborate with each other for the benefit of their students? And what else do I need to know is how can I repair this problem? The main problem is that the principal has in effect become apathetic to the idea of having a positive relationship and collaboration amongst the community, parents, and the school. I don't know if he's forgotten or is just disregarding the positive impact of collaboration that the community, parents, and school can have on their students' success. It's evident because he was reluctant to have the parent involvement meeting because only 8 showed up. In my opinion, 8 people showing up when there was 0 parental involvement before is a great first step, and you can build on that. My proposed plan of action, step 1. Even though the principal was reluctant to have the meeting because there was only 8 parents, we have to go through with it. If we call this meeting and then 8 parents show up and then we don't have the meeting, that's going to make our relationship even worse. I don't care if only 1 parent showed up. We need to have the meeting, and we need to figure out how we can get more to show up to the next meeting. Step 2. We or I need to explain to the parents how grateful we are for we are grateful to them for being there. I must present them with the data that shows the correlation between parent and community involvement with the school, how much it helps the students succeed in school. Step 3, during the meeting I'd like to make 1 or 2 goals for the parent advisory group to complete during the remaining months of the school year. I'd also like to be able to set scheduled meetings like the one that we're having for every 2 weeks for the remaining part of the school year. Step 4, after the meeting, I need to go back to the principal because if he didn't want to have the meeting, I was going to have it either way as the assistant. I'd go back to him, do my absolute best to convince him to be all in on parent involvement. Ask him what is best for the students. And if he's still reluctant and doesn't want to be involved, then I'll run the meetings. I'll be in charge of the school and community relationship, and that can just be something that the assistant principal in our building has to do. Because when it comes down to it, the students is why I do this, not for job security. Step 5. I'm going to continue to reach out for parents to be involved in this advisory group. Eventually, hopefully being able to create a PTA or a PTO, which my principal said he didn't want. So we'll start with the advisory group and we'll move from there. I'm going to send flyers home, I'm going to send emails home. I'm going to ask them in person when they're dropping their kids off or picking them up, or when they come to conferences. I'm going to stress that we all as a school be more pleasant and welcoming in every aspect to all interactions with parents and community. Category 3. It's all about the success of students. And here, this is a quote from one of the articles we read for class earlier. It's from Leaders for Tomorrow's Schools, The Importance of School and Community Collaboration. When families, schools, and community institutions collectively agree upon their goals and decide how to reach them, everyone benefits. Schools enjoy the informed support of families and community members. Families experience many opportunities to contribute to their child's education, and communities look forward to an educated, responsible workforce. This is also from something we read. It's from The Power of Public Relations in Schools. Parents who feel empowered take initiative. Okay, when we don't have a communication or a good communication with our parents, they don't feel empowered. When we create a parental advisory committee or a PTO or a PTA, they feel like they have ownership in their children's education, and that'll just make them want to do more to help us. And here's another one from that same article. In the sense of attracting community support and drawing in parents, especially those who shy away from school involvement, school public relations is less about transmitting information and more about listening and responding to the expectations and concerns of all citizens. By not having any relationship at all with them, where we are right now in this case study, how are we ever going to be able to listen and respond to their concerns? I think the number one thing is just being more welcoming and talking and listening and encouraging them to be in the building as much as possible and come to those bi-weekly meetings that I want to set up for the Parental Advisory Committee. Debrief the problem by reflecting on what you were thinking and feeling and valuing by identifying issues that are unresolved or open to further investigation. I've seen this firsthand. I've seen it in schools I've worked in where we have PTA or PTO and there's literally like 3 women who do absolutely everything. And that is great, and I'm thankful for those 3 women because they do a great job. But they could do an even better job if we reached out and convinced other parents to be involved. Same thing for the sports that I've coached. When you've got 3 moms that are feeding a team of 65, 70 football players meals every Friday and every Monday for JV, that has to be incredibly taxing on them. They also do all the work getting all the food and preparing it. And they do awesome. And again, I'm thankful for them. But our kids and our parents would be better off if we could find a way to get more involvement. Some of the unresolved issues that still need attention from this case study. How will my principal feel about me taking this initiative? That's a tough one because obviously everybody wants to have a job. But at the same time, I do this job for students to help them be successful. So it's something I'm going to do. How will we build on any small progress we make with the Parent Advisory Committee moving forward? Like I said earlier, I would like to turn it into a PTA, into a PTO. I want it to grow as big as we can possibly make it. The more involvement, the better. So I stated earlier 1 or 2 goals to finish for the rest of the school year, since in the case study they're already 4 months in. But I also, at the end of the school year, at the meetings, I want to make goals for what we can do throughout the summer and what our goals will be for the following school year, and to continue to grow our advisory committee and turn it into a PTA or PTO, and just find ways and create goals that are attainable, but still reasonable, and that will do anything we can to make our students and children more successful in the community and in the school. Reflection. It's all the stuff we've read for this entire course. Just talks about how the collaboration between schools and communities benefit students. That's why we all are in this profession. So it's crucial that we are always warm and welcoming to all parents and all community members that we have interactions with in the school building, or even at the gas station across the street, or at the McDonald's, anything. Because even a simple hello to Mrs. Jones, whose kid is in 2nd grade, while you're at the gas station filling up across from her, that goes a long way into building relationships. We can rely on each other in times of need. Okay, so like, say we need to make money for some textbooks that we need to buy, or some technology that we need to get to help our kids do better in science or math or whatever subject. It would be awesome if we could get donations from somebody in the community, or a parent who has their own business who might be able to help us with that. Or also, in return, what if a family has their house burned down and they need food, they need shelter, they need furniture, they need everything because their house burnt down? They can rely on the school. We can have people bring stuff in and donate to this family. So both of us need each other to be successful. Students take more initiative when they see their parents being involved in school. When the parents support the school, the kids will enjoy school and enjoy being there more and learning more. We need to work together to build not only a better school, but a better community. When our students are more successful, the community is more successful. So we've got to work together to make this happen.